Welcome to Knowledge Hivin, the show where we explore the evolving world of work, one trend at a time. I'm your host, Leisa Sims, the CEO of Knowledge Hive, and today's episode is all about freelance pros and breaking free from traditional roles and why companies are relying on them more and more in 2025 and beyond. I've got a lot of data today, but as fast as this industry is evolving, I thought you needed some facts. If you're a business leader wondering how to stay competitive and without the overhead of full-time hires, or if you're a freelancer or a solopreneur looking for a way to work with major enterprise clients, small to medium businesses or individuals, this episode is for you. But before I get started, I always like to share that's cool story about Knowledge Hive. If this is the first time you've joined me, let me do a little 30-second pitch here on what is Knowledge Hive after all. Knowledge Hive is an on-demand marketplace for top-tier professionals where we match people with a great deal of knowledge with individuals that need help and or companies that need assistance with projects or just advice. And if you're looking for help, you are a seeker on our platform. And if you are one of the professionals that has knowledge to share, you are a hiver. So that's a little about Knowledge Hive. This week, I saw a business enter a project to help them get out of a sales rut. Evidently, in their words, they were topped out and they were looking for another point of view from someone that had been in sales leadership. And so they were, hoping to find someone to think through strategies and help them figure out maybe a different way to go about bringing in new sales. So they were matched with the sales leader from a very large company, and they spent 3 hours with her. Evidently, that went really well. They gave her 5 stars, and that sounds like a very successful, basically mentoring session with this top-level executive. So what I love about our platform is that so many of our professionals still have day jobs. They still are working at these large companies, but they want a way to share what they have, and they have agreed to carve off a little bit of their time to help individuals or companies with problems and offering their expertise. And yeah, they charge for their time, but there is no universe where you could just pick up the phone and call some of these people at their desk. So this is a way to be matched up with people that you just really honestly would never have access to otherwise, in most cases. So anyway, let's jump into this week's topic. Again, I'm going to throw a bunch of facts at you, but I think it's just good to understand what is going on in the gig economy. What's the gig economy growth and what's the economic impact from this evolving industry? So let's start with the numbers. As of 2025, 70 million Americans, that's about 42% of the workforce, participate in some sort of freelance work. As in what I just described a moment ago, some people may still have a full-time day job and they do this on the side. Side gigs are becoming more and more commonplace. Globally, 1.4 billion freelancers contribute about $4.8 trillion to the world economy. And in India, in 2025, demand for project-based gig workers soared about 38% year over year. So it's insane how quickly this is growing. The worldwide freelance platform market is projected to grow from about 5.6 billion in 2024 to 13.6 billion by 2030. It's a CAGR of about 16.1%. So freelancing is no longer a niche, it's mainstream, and it's really reshaping global markets. So what do companies gain by entertaining and utilizing gig workers? Expertise on demand, of course. So businesses access high-skilled professionals, think like AI specialists, cybersecurity experts, um, chief financial officers, executive officers, high-level sales and sales executives, like our use case for this week. They also gain cost efficiency and flexibility. They avoid overhead costs tied to full-time staff, and they can scale a lot more rapidly with freelance talent. Also, these platforms are giving people global talent. So geolocation matters less. I mean, even in the US, companies hire more remote pros from anywhere. And with the collaboration tools nowadays, your team can be located anywhere where you need them. So let's talk about some success stories. The average hourly rate for US freelancers in 2025 is going to be on an average of about $50 an hour. Total income nearing about 1.23 trillion in the US. Around 4.7 million US independent freelance workers earned $100,000 plus in 2024. It's a significant jump since 2020. Also, skill specialization is paying off. Niches like AI, machine learning, blockchain, eco consulting are really going at premium rates. Do you need more proof? Business Insider reports a 15 to 25% surge in TaskRabbit applications year over year. And this is amid a lot of economic uncertainty. Plus, top earners are reportedly making over $200,000 a year. People are looking for a safety net. What are the advantages for companies? Why are firms doubling down on gig workers? Obviously, it's speed, tapping the top tier freelancers with no hiring lag. It's specialization, getting access to really niche experts without the full-time salaries. And it's just the reach of being able to find that person anywhere in the United States. And the Knowledge Hive case, and there are other platforms that will allow you to find folks globally. The platforms are more and more adding enterprise features as well. For instance, Knowledge Hive has AI and machine learning capabilities built into the platform to make sure that the hivers are matched with the seekers appropriately. And that cuts down on all of the time digging through and trying to find the right fit. And more of the freelance platforms are actually spending the money on the technology to make them more efficient. There are still some challenges in the gig economy. Those are around worker security. In other words, benefits are still a challenge. It's earnings volatility. Until you spend the time and build up your business as a solopreneur, it's like any new company, any new startup, you really have to invest the time as a freelancer in order to build your business up and build up your brand. Till that happens, earnings go up and down. As with anything else, as the industry grows, so does the government oversight, trying to figure out where they need to impose rules and regulations to better govern this industry. And then finally, governments are reexamining the classification rules. Department of Justice, Department of Labor is looking at this and trying to find out if there are additional rules and regulations that they need to put in place as well. What is really needed to watch this industry continue to flourish and grow? Portable benefits are something that is really lacking. A lot of the freelancers are hesitant to move into this business full time because benefits are expensive. They can't find benefits. There are just a lot of challenges there, and healthcare is one of those. The other thing is platform design, and one of the things that we've really tried to do with Knowledge Hive is make sure that the algorithms are very fair. There's no bias versus one or the other. It's just facts, looking at what the projects, what the business or individuals need, and matching those skills based on the project requirements. There's a lot of bias in some of the platforms, and it's something that we've been really, really careful about. There's no human intervention in the middle of this. This is actually the platform picking out the right people. So, and then platform design, giving transparent ratings both on, in our case, the seeker and the hiver side, so that people know what the individual is like or the company is like that they're going to be working with, and also making sure that the algorithms are fair and not biased in one direction or another. And then finally, rules and policies to make sure that we're protecting the freelancers without stifling their flexibility. So in closing, in 2025, the gig economy is not fringe, it's foundational. Companies are benefiting from the agility, from the scale, the specialized skills, and the freelancers are really thriving on the autonomy and income potential. Success depends on a really balanced ecosystem where the platforms and the policy makers all play responsible roles to provide a marketplace that's beneficial for the individual needing help as well as the freelancers themselves. Thank you for tuning in to Knowledge Hivin. If you like this episode, share it with someone navigating the new world of work. Please leave a review wherever you get your podcast. New episodes drop every week, so don't forget to subscribe. And if your organization needs to tap into our network of amazing professionals, please join us on knowledgehive.co. Fill in your project. We'll get you matched up. If you've got questions or if there's a topic you'd like for us to discuss, just again, drop in the comments below. And until next time, I'm Leisa Sims. This is Knowledge Hivin, and we are Knowledge as a Service.